Okay, I'm going to show you here how I use AI sometimes to write blog posts, not always. I just did one recently testing this stuff out, and it's really pretty damn cool. So I thought I would do a demo for it. This is WordPress, and I have a plugin called AI Power, and within that is my API for ChatGPT-4. Well, it's an AI for ChatGPT. You can use whichever model, but I have available through my own API. See, so you get the plugin, but then you have to use your own API. So you have to go to OpenAI and request API access. And when they give you API access, you plug the credentials into the plugin, and you're being charged metered service, not like the $20 a month. And within that, we have now access to GPT-4, ChatGPT-4 Turbo, which kicks the context window from 7,000 tokens to 125,000 tokens. So you can essentially be working with a context that's the size of two books, two full-length, books of about 60,000 words each, roughly, something like that. Certainly, it's big enough for any project. So it's getting better and better and better. And plus, the token cost went way down. So how can you complain? So anyway, how I do this roughly is what I do is so I start a post and I'll put a title, or maybe I'll just wait and have it give me title options afterwards, and then I kind of map it out in sections. I have here section 1, section 2, section 3, and then here's the magic. So I'm working on a Mac, and it has built-in text-to-speech, so I can just talk. Okay, so here we are, and I'm going to demonstrate how this works. And of course, because I'm talking, I go all over the place, and it doesn't really, it gets some words wrong, and, it doesn't, I don't have, what are the paragraphs? It's just one long run-on sentence, or then it's a kind of super long paragraph of whatever. And, but what I do here is that once I get finished, and I can pause, gather my thoughts, and then start talking again. Or if I run into something, to stop. Then I continue talking, and it picks it up, and of course it's a mess. Look at what a mess it is. I'm talking and talking and talking. But the process then is that once I have this down, then I have a bunch of these prompts saved in my AI Power plugin. And so I just have to click a button and select which prompt I want to use, and that has built-in instructions. And sometimes some of the prompts are very complex. Like in this case, on the first run, the prompt is simply, this is dictation, correct the spelling and grammar and put in the right words where, because it's very good at if the text to speech or the speech to text gets words wrong, with almost 100% accuracy knows which word you're saying, the AI does, and puts it in there for you with very few errors. And so then I do this, and so then the prompt says, fix it up and break it into paragraphs that make sense, and so on and so on. So then once that's done, then I can edit that for style, because my speaking style is a little bit different than my writing style, or I can leave it as is. And also I have other prompts that are style prompts, so I'm like, change the style to this, and then I can edit it. So that's about long enough to demonstrate this, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so now I just turned it off there. I'm going to save the draft. So that's one big long run-on thing, and look at all the errors that my grammar and spelling corrector did. Plus, it's all big one long thing. So now I'm just going to select this whole text, like here, like that. I'm going to go to my power button here. Correct dictation verbatim. Now, verbatim means I don't want it to change any meaning. So it's what I said, just fix it all up and make it pretty. Okay, took what, about 30 seconds. So there you go, there's that. So I'll hold it here so you can pause your video if you want to kind of scan through all this crap, right? And then I'll scroll up here, and now you can pause and read through it and see what the AI did. And what you see is, hey, that's pretty good. And I can go in there, I could further break it into some paragraphs or whatever, but I assure you, if you read both of those, you'll see, damn, that's pretty good. Okay, now here's another thing I could say. I want to style it like I write sometimes, somewhat. It's not perfect at it, but it does a pretty good job. Expand, so I can rewrite it in my style. So it's just going to take that paragraph and make it into one paragraph or two. So let's try that one. Okay. So here's what I said that it put into a sensible paragraph. Now I've reworded it into something a little rougher, right? Prattle on into the abyss, So it's kind of trying to be me. And I can work with that. Then I can change them. There's some references and shit that it uses a lot of metaphors, really amazing metaphors all the time. And so I can cut through that in any way. But anyway, I can get something that's pretty cool, right? And it's not like AI's writing for me. I started it by speaking my mind. And then it's like using an editor. It's collaborating with an editor. But what did this take? 5 minutes. And then I just go down section by section. I can just really pump out posts, and the posts are me. Oh, and then when I finish all that, I say, okay, that's good, and then I can just go click, delete that original paragraph, and and then I have this that was reworded, so I can delete that one, right? So then I've got stuff. All right, that's the deal. All right.